Ladies and gentlemen, I must warn you, this is not just another fashion speech. What you're about to witness today isn't just the launch of a chamber. We're igniting a movement that belongs to every one of you. For too long, we've watched our talent go unnoticed, our artisans undervalued, our industry underrepresented. That changes today. This moment is for every designer who dared to dream bigger, for every craftsman who poured tradition into every stitch, for every fashion entrepreneur who held on despite the odds. This is a movement trading creativity with commerce, tradition with technology, Malaysia with the world. My journey in this industry has taken many forms, from backstage organizer to curating Malaysian fashion showcases during New York and London Fashion Week. In total, I was involved in featuring more than 20 homegrown talents there, before I proudly served as the president of MODA, Malaysian Official Designers Association. There, in MODA, I worked closely with some of the most brilliant fashion minds. One thing was clear. While not all designers were immediately export ready, the experience of being on international runways and connecting with designers from around the world opened their eyes. It inspired them. It revealed the untapped potential within. And most importantly, it gave them confidence. But I always knew we needed something broader, something more inclusive, something that unites not just designers, but artisans, educators, producers, buyers, everyone. And that vision is what led to MyFashionChamber. But I didn't get here alone. Together as a community, as dreamers and as doers, we refused to be overlooked. We saw the gaps. We felt the struggles. And together, we stitched something stronger. Malaysia's fashion industry doesn't need saving. It needs structuring. It needs support. It needs scale. MyFashionChamber is the strategic backbone for the future of fashion in this region. We are here to build bridges for designers, artisans, and businesses to scale internationally. Provide platforms that matter, not just runways, but real-world opportunities. Advocate policies, form partnerships, and shape the next decade of fashion with sustainability, innovation, and inclusivity stitched into every scene. And guess what? We're already doing it. They say fashion is frivolous. That is all glitz and selfies. But we know better. Fashion is identity. Fashion is the economy. Fashion is diplomacy without borders. And today, Malaysia finally gets the chamber it deserves. MyFashionChamber was born from a simple truth. Our designers aren't short of talent, they are short of visibility, access, and backing. And that isn't their fault. It's the industry's overdue responsibility. So Malaysia's fashion is brimming with creativity. But creativity alone does not pay rent. Here a hard truth. We've swept under the runway for far too long. Designers struggle to turn applause into sales. We lack buyer pipelines, not talent. Our global visibility is inconsistent. We show up briefly, and disappear. We need strategic positioning. Many Malaysian brands are battling global giants with just what, 500 ringgit and a Canva template? Local production is beautiful, but slow. Buyers love our designs until we say, please give me 3 months. IP protection is luxury, leaving creatives exposed. Graduates still need real world industry education. Fragmentation in our ecosystem prevents growth. It's time we change the story. To our esteemed media, fashion and media have always danced together. But sometimes it feels like fashion does the tango while media stuck in a 3-second TikTok loop. Headlines and photos are very, very much appreciated. But our industry truly needs a deeper storytelling. Let's shift from asking, who are you wearing? To exploring who's behind the fabric, who's the artisan, what's the impact. Help us make local fashion mainstream, lasting, impactful. Not just seasonal noise. Without your powerful voice, our movement stays a whisper. Thank you for being here. To the designers here today, thank you for being the soul of this industry. Your presence here today already shapes the future we are building. My Fashion Chamber exists to bridge those gaps. We aren't replacing what exists, we're connecting it, protecting it, and projecting it forward. We're building export pathways, we're creating strategic academic collaboration. We're partnering with Halal Korea and Malaysia SME Media to future-proof our brands. We look forward to growing our relationship with JGL worldwide as we expand globally. And yes, finally, offering real insurance coverage. You know, we Malaysians always say, touch wood, when we take risks. Well, no more. Thanks to Allianz. And we're not starting from zero. In April, we supported designer Alina Ayu at Abu Dhabi Modern Fashion Week. In June, we showcased Yari Bakhtia, Alina Ayu, and Kasarwa at International Fashion Weeks in Amsterdam. Soon, in August, we're representing Malaysia at the BRICS Plus Fashion Summit in Moscow. This September, we played the role of the official strategic partner of modern fashion for MIHAS 2025. Soon, we'll head to Korea, building halal bridges through fashion. And before year end, we'll be representing and promoting the Malaysian fashion industry in Brazil and participating in the Global Fashion Conference in China. These aren't one-off events, they are chapters in the new story we're writing together. Let me honor those who said yes to us before we even launched this chamber. To Allianz General, thank you for safeguarding our creatives with FROC, with fashion risk and operational coverage. To Halal Korea, IBEU ITM, JGL Worldwide, and Malaysia SME Media Group, you are more than supporters. You are co-builders to our narrative. As we step forward, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the government agencies and institutions whose support has been truly invaluable. To Matre, with your global presence and unwavering commitment to expanding Malaysia's trade footprint, you've been instrumental in opening doors to our designers abroad. To BBL TV for championing the Tibet agenda and producing a generation of skilled fashion graduates across the country, and for entrusting me with the honor of serving as co-chair of the technical committee in the industrial relations sector. Your trust and support strengthen our foundation and broaden the possibilities of what we can achieve together. People see Behind every successful fashion show is a woman with a clipboard, 2 phones, 2 walkie-talkies, and no time to eat. Well, I've upgraded to 3 phones and a fashion chamber and 10 powerful women as founding members. Progress! And let's be honest, fashion is not always fabulous. Sometimes it's 3 a.m. WhatsApps. My dress is not ready. Missing mannequins and models who haven't eaten since 2006. But what keeps us going is a shared passion. While fashion can be exhausting, it's never boring. And now it's backed by a chamber who actually gets it. Now this is personal. For every artisan in Kelantan whose beadwork deserves Milan, for every Terengganu socket weaver whose craftsmanship belongs to the global stages, for every young designer doubting if they are mainstream enough, for every Malaysian brand owner tired of explaining where Malaysia is, this chamber is yours. We're building a collective runway where no one walks alone. To the fashion designers quietly crafting brilliance in their studios, to the student who wonder whether there's future in this industry, to the unsung pattern makers, the digital stylists, the brand owners, this chamber is built for you. You now have a home, you now have a voice, you now have a platform that speaks your language and shouts your name on world stage. We are not here to compete with each other. We are here to complete each other. And if we get this right, Malaysians won't just follow global fashion, Malaysia will lead it. The world has had enough of fast fashion. It's time for fashion that lasts in impact, in identity, and legacy. Malaysia isn't just catching up, we're catching eyes and commanding attention. Photos inspired today, join us. Visit MyFashionChamber.org to learn more about becoming a member. Stay tuned as we announce the exciting initiatives ahead, including fashion educational tour and international trade collaborations, and follow our journey closely on Instagram at MyFashionChamber. Before I conclude, I wish to express my heartfelt appreciation to our remarkable founder and chairperson, Dr. Lina Al-Mujahid. Her vision and unwavering commitment has truly made this journey possible. And now allow me to warmly acknowledge our incredible founding team, the powerful women who've joined me on this journey. Datin Norma Norel, Datin Dr. Niksarina Hashim, Datin Dr. Rosada Zakaria, Susana Shahudin, Ethel da Costa, Betty and Rohit, Sasha Marikan, Bikin Nair, and Agatha Bas. Thank you for your leadership, expertise, and passion. Together we're stronger, and together we'll fashion the nation. So everyone in this room, stakeholders, media, collaborators, fashion community, friends, don't just watch us. Don't just clap for our fashion. Invest in it. Stand with it. Grow with it. Join us. Partner with us. Build with us. Because my fashion chamber is not just mine. It's not Lina's. It's yours. It's ours. It's Malaysia's. Alone you design, together we define. Let's build the future of Malaysian fashion, where creativity connects with commerce, and Malaysia's identity takes its place on the world stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Shah, and it's all ours.
Assalamualaikum Before I begin, first allow me to offer my deepest thanks to those who believed in this movement before it had a name. To our advisor, to Jay, our founding team, our collaborators, and every partner who stood beside us, you helped turn vision into reality, and for that, I will always be grateful. Now, I know some of you may still be wondering, why would a foreign woman founded the International Fashion Chamber, and in Malaysia of all places? And actually, it's a fair question, and one I've been asked many times, but my answer is always the same. I saw something here that the world hasn't yet fully seen. I saw a creative force that is vibrant and deeply rooted. I saw cultural treasures woven into everyday life. I saw an opportunity not to add something new for the sake of it, but to weave together what already exists. Because Malaysia is ready to lead, ready to influence, ready to inspire on the global fashion stage, and ready to be recognized as the creative and commercial heart of Southeast Asia. I found Malaysia in the grace of the Baju Kurung, the legacy of Batik, the majesty of Songket, in fabrics that don't just cover, they speak, they tell stories, they carry the DNA of generations. This chamber is a tribute to that spirit, to the artisans of Kelantan, to the batik masters of Terengganu, to the weavers of Penang, to the highlands of Sabah and Sarawak, to the creative bells of Selangor, to the elegance and modesty of Malay women, to the innovation of Chinese Malaysian designers, to the vibrancy of Indian Malaysian entrepreneurs, to the strength of the Orang Asli and East Malaysian youth, to the heritage of Negri Sembilan. Sorry, I cannot spell it, always like this. To the lush land of Kedah, to the time-life grace of Perak, from Kuala Lumpur skyline to the kampungs of Perlis, from the river banks of Pahang to the marketplaces of Johor, through the heritage streets of Melaka, and the beating heart of every Malaysian city. This chamber belongs to every voice, every hand, every dreamer here in this country. But beyond the culture, this country is emerging as one of Southeast Asia's most strategic and promising destinations for creative and fashion investment. Why? Because Malaysia fashion landscape is not starting from scratch. It's rich, established, and visionary. From many platforms have elevated Malaysian fashion both locally and internationally, and we honor them, and we are here to connect. Because if there is one thing I have learned from being here in Malaysia for the past 7 years is this. Malaysia has everything it needs, but we are still moving in silos. The brilliance is here, but it's fragmented. Designers, craftspeople, entrepreneurs, institutions, ministries, everyone is doing incredible work, but often in parallel, not in partnership That's why this chamber exists. Not to recreate what others have done, not to declare ourselves as the first or the best, but to be a bridge, to be a platform, a unifying voice that brings together fashion community across regions, sectors, and generations. So today, we launch more than a chamber. We activate an engine of economic opportunity. We open the doors of our international membership program. We are inviting designers, investors, entrepreneurs, change makers, universities, embassies, platforms, NGOs, global institutions, media, and even UN agencies to join us. Because fashion is not just a fabric, it's education, it's economic growth, it's culture, it's resistance, it's a statement who we are and who we are becoming. And Malaysia is not waiting for permission to shine. Malaysia is already shining. So fashion is a value chain, and we are here together to ignite every part of it together again. Just as the world says Paris, Milan, or Dubai, it will say Malaysia. Branding a nation is not just about marketing. As I said, branding a nation is not just about marketing, it's about movement. And this movement begins here. We issue this call with clarity. Please, media, record this. To the government, support us with policy, structure, and belief. To the media, tell our stories with power and pride. To the industry leaders, join us creating job pathways, exports, and impact. To the people of Malaysia, this chamber belongs to you, to create a fashion ecosystem, to position this country as a beacon of cultural diplomacy and sustainable innovation. And we should rise this together. A Malaysia the world can admire more, a Malaysia the world can invest in, a Malaysia the world will never forget. This is not just the beginning, this is a movement, and from this moment on, may every runway, every stitch, every voice from this land carry one message. Malaysia leads. Thank you from my heart and from the home I proudly call mine. Terima kasih, shukran jazilan.
Handcrafted items was made by refugee women as part of with pencil signatures. First signature, Ms. Jenny Shah. Dr. Lina Afujani. Ms. Abubakar Yusuf. And one more, Salina Zainal Abidin. All signatures have been placed.
identity, industry, and influence.
It's how creativity meets opportunity, when talent is supported and ideas are scaled.
At My Fashion Chamber, we connect the talent, the trade, and the purpose. From local affiliates to global marketplaces.
We exist to empower designers, artisans, and visionaries, not just to be seen, but to lead.
This is Malaysia.
This is our moment. We are fashioning the nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, My Fashion Chamber is now officially launched. Congratulations. Now let's invite all our group photo and to introduce them as well. Designers and fashion enthusiasts, I want let's have it stamped first. And you may now exchange the documents. And you may now place your second signature. In 3, 2, 1, exchange. And a handshake. Beautiful. And now we shall open the documents to showcase to the members of the media and our guests. Perfectly executed. Let's take a picture. Having said, I would like to once again, please remain on stage. Please remain on stage. Excellencies and all head of missions, thank you very much to all of our honorable guests. Congratulations to My Fashion.